In Wednesbury town on Thursday, the mayor and corporation will gather round in fine array for the inauguration. Paid for from the public purse and private subscription, from backyard nail and chain shops of every description. That's when you hear the hammers fall, the hammer falls on Judgment Day. That's when you hear the debt's been called in for iron, lime, coal and clay. On Wednesday morning, Tipton town, Thomas Anslow, he got wed to Hitty Jordan Pitbonk wench, a widow, so she said. Then small beers at the cottage spring, backy for her old clay bowl. Then though the foreman's roaring drunk, it's back to sorting stones from coal. That's when you hear the hammers fall, the hammer falls on Judgment Day. That's when you hear the debt's been called in for iron, lime, coal and clay. The red-stained smog shuts out the sky like hell itself was burning. We put the devil in his grave in Netherton that morning. No more dishonest shillings from the willing will he take. His last little mischief done, there's a legend there to make. That's when you hear the hammers fall, the hammer falls on Judgment Day. That's when you hear the debt's been called in for iron, lime, coal and clay. Where wildfires play above the seam, an ungodly hand's creation. Grit and grime bear witness to greed and exploitation. Poor safety, poor protection, then poor wages in their hands. Is it hard toil or entitlement on which the nation stands? That's when you hear the hammers fall, the hammer falls on Judgment Day. That's when you hear the debt's been called in for iron, lime, coal and clay. That's when you hear the hammers fall, the hammer falls on Judgment Day. That's when you hear the debt's been called in for iron, lime, coal and clay.